Timestamp.
Why?
So you know where to fix it.
How does this work? Do you think that's a timestamp if you just say it?
Yeah, you're supposed to you're supposed to write it down.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
I thought you're just gonna say it and then it's in the audio and then I know where it is. That's not how it works.
No, that's something Matt would have done.
Work for Europe. Let's go.
All right, we're back again. At least two of us.
And our guest. Who's better than Matt?
Isn't everybody?
The Red Bull intro.
Of course, Red Bull intro. Who otherwise the people don't know who I am, I guess.
Well, who are you?
Well, I'm better than Matt.
Yeah, but that's everyone.
Maybe I am everybody. Maybe I'm not everybody. No, hello. And thanks for having me back on the shit show. I mean, the Work for Europe podcast. My name is Martin. I'm living in Austria, and I'm here today with these two weirdos because they called me like 5 minutes ago if I have time.
What were you doing? What did we interrupt?
Actually, editing videos. Yeah.
So now you're not going to be able to release on time tomorrow because you had to do the podcast?
No, it still will be good. I mean, my channel members won't get the super early access that they normally get, but yeah. I'm nearly finished, like maybe 2 hours, and I'm done. So, yeah.
What's this new video about?
It's a Halloween special. So for
the show will come out on Thursday, so people will already have had the chance to see it by the time.
If they didn't, shame on you and go watch it. It's probably the best intro of a video we ever did. It took us 2.5 hours to film, nearly 3 hours to edit, for 1 minute and 25 seconds in the video.
So what did you do in the video? You gonna tell us?
Sure, since this is coming out way after the video. We're going to do the Halloween special of Jason, the guy with the weird hockey mask. But he doesn't have a proper knife, because normally he's running around with a machete. And he doesn't have a proper knife, so yeah, we made him one.
What did you make?
A proper machete. Like, about 420 millimeters of blade with some nice G10 orange and black handle. Yeah.
Nice.
And the intro is just amazing. I love that intro so much.
Did you use like the original music?
No, because it's all copyright. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Still? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, all this stuff is all copyright. I got copyright striked on one of my recent videos because of a thing that is not really copyrighted, kind of. So yeah.
But what was the reason?
Because it's copyrighted.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, but what part of the video was copyrighted?
Just the those classic when you do a fail and then there's this dum 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 da dum da dum da dum music.
Really?
Yeah. And then I deleted this scene a little bit, just shortened it down, and then it was okay. Suddenly they copyrighted another thing with the arrow screen and the please be patient sign with the music
from the same video.
The same video. I had to edit this video like 3 times until they were finally happy with it.
Is this the first time this happened?
Third time now. Yeah, first 2 times there was a error with the music providing company that I pay that I can use the music, and they didn't link up with my YouTube channel, so they copyright striked me, and they were like, "No, you didn't pay for that." I'm like, "Dude, I'm paying like $20 a month for using that music," and a few emails, and it was all figured out, and then it worked again. So, yeah, but I didn't get paid for the first 2,000 views. So, yeah.
Okay. Which would have been like 2 cents of revenue, right?
It's a little bit more on YouTube, but not that much more.
Yeah.
So how are you guys doing?
Busy as can be. I don't know if you knew or you heard that I got a new shop. It's not really a workshop, but like a storage area, and I got like a big table saw with a sled on the side and like a little office area. So I can have all my materials in one spot and like do my billing and get everything sent out and wrapped, ready to ship.
Nice.
Like in one spot. So
cool.
I've been working like crazy in there, repainting and moving shit around. Tomorrow I'm gonna move all the crap in there now. So
that is awesome.
Should be up and running on Monday.
Cool. Near to your house or?
It's about 5-minute drive.
Perfect.
From my house.
That is awesome. Congrats. How big is it?
It's like 120 square meters.
Damn.
It's not huge, but
still, that's like 3 times the size most knife makers have.
It's like 5 times the size of what I'm in right now.
It's like 1/8 of the size that I have right now. Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah. It's like the size of the bathroom there in your shop.
Bathroom is not that big. It's like double the size of our bathroom. Of one of our 3 bathrooms.
That's right. You got one on your dad's side of the office too, right?
Yeah, we got one upstairs in the office, one downstairs in the entry room, and one back where my side of the shop is. Yeah.
Do you need all this space, Keith, now, or did you just take it because it was there?
No, I mean, the other one I found was 300 square meters, which was way too big.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm doing all the house-made stuff, like I got all the grinder parts and like all the lasered parts and every screw and nut and bolt and washer and everything, like buy it in bulk. So you gotta like they have these special kind of shelves that you can put like different trays in for screws and shit, so you can organize them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it takes up a shitload of room, and it'll be nice to have to be able to just like go down the line and pick up each piece of the grinder that needs to go out, and like have grinder parts and wheels and shit all in one space and not all over the place.
Are you done with your first Revolution grinder with the build?
Yeah. It's been sitting on the middle of my shop floor since I put it together like 2 weeks ago, and then I've been busy with the new shop. I haven't got a chance to even fire it up. But it's all screwed and put together and the belts on it and everything. Did
you adjust the tracking already and everything?
Just by rolling it by hand because I don't have it wired up yet.
Are you selling the motors too for the Revolution grinders? Or where do people get these motors? Okay.
Yeah, I have the motors online already.
But they're online. Didn't see that. Okay. How much are they?
I don't remember. They're about €100 something.
I mean, they're 10% off if you use the code Huber10.
Yeah, buy a couple of them. Yeah. That's been taking up like most of my time. That's what I've been doing this week. Well, Albert, you had a little incident this week too that...
Yeah, at least one.
Before.
Yeah, we broke our gas forge. So the ribbon burner broke. And we thought that it was the blower motor that broke. So we ordered blower motors, and you sent them out, I think, the day or the next day after we contacted you. So they arrived on time because we had a small forging class today, and we needed it to be back up and running, the forge. So we fixed it.
So if your shop and your forge is breaking down, go to knifematerial.at and he has it shipped out the next day.
Yeah. No, Keith saved our ass. I mean, it's not the first time Keith saved our asses.
And you're like, I need a fan by Thursday. And it arrived on Wednesday. Luckily, I thought you would get it Thursday.
Yeah. No, we fixed it yesterday, actually. Yeah. It was up and running.
So this one was actually part of a kit for the Apollo forge that'll be online soon. But how did you get that to work with yours? Because I think yours was a homemade forge, right?
Yeah, but we have a ribbon burner for the Apollo from Matt. Mm-hmm. Actually, we have 2, and we have all the pipe connectors and everything.
So you just had to go from 2-inch to whatever size yours was?
Yeah.
You got one of those? Fingal Ferguson's got one. Flat Knives has got one. And there's a couple other ones that are floating around, but
I need to get one sponsored by knifematerial.at.
You need to get an Apollo forge.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's too small for you though, right? The chamber.
I mean, how big is it?
Do you know offhand, Albert?
No, but Martin's forge I think is even smaller.
I think mine is like 260 by 15 by 15, by 150 by 150. So it's like not that big.
Yeah, maybe half a meter or something, the Apollo Forge, the chamber.
Yeah. And it's like 160 by 15 or something, the opening.
I mean, that's pretty decent, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to get one of those. How much pressure do you need for forging temperature, like forge welding?
I used to know this all offhand. I think it was 2 psi, and then you have to change it all into bar.
What is 2 psi bar?
Just googling. 13 bar. No, wait. 0.2, 0.137895.
Yeah, it's really low.
0.1 bar. Because I use like 0.8 on mine right now. And that's pretty easy, actually.
What kind of burner do you use?
The original one from the Venthouse Forges.
So a Venturi burner? Do you have air?
I have pressure there, yeah.
Okay. Because 0.8 is all. I mean, it's very decent, right?
That's not super. I had a Beckma forge before as like for example turbo users like Hunger, and it needed for the same kind of temperature it needed like 2 to 2.2 bar.
Yeah.
To get like 1,100 degrees Celsius in there. So I needed like a whole day of forging is like one of the big 33 kilo propane. Propane bottles. So that's like $120 for 1 day of forging, and now it's like 3 days of forging with one bottle. Big ass difference.
Should change it over to a ribbon burner.
Yeah, but ribbon we need also like 0.8 for our big forge. I mean, our big forge is a bit bigger than Martin's, but the small one needs like 0.5 bar of pressure for forge welding temperature. So the difference is not that big, right? Especially if you compare it to like the other one that need like 2 point something.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Love saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Martin? What's going on in your week?
Basically we just did filming for the video. Monday I was going tattooing, so I had the Monday off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday was just filming. And yeah, today finished some handles, and yeah, basically that's it. Short week.
You just got back from a big show somewhere in Texas or something?
Oh, yeah, I got like beginning of October I was in Salt Lake City at Blazer West. Yeah. Utah is fucking amazing, actually. Like all the scenery, those arches, the national parks and stuff, like holy crap. That's something else. Like scenery-wise, I love Utah now the most from where I've been in the US so far. Because this, like driving 4 hours without seeing like nearly any people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting pretty tiring because we were driving like on one street for like 1 hour straight. Like no bend, no curves, just straight driving. And like there's maybe like 3 cars driving next to us. Like
so
that's it.
Home.
Yeah. And that's it. Like 1 hour straight road, just driving 3 cars.
Yeah, we're not used to that, right?
No, like if I start to drive for an hour from here, I'm like nearly at your guys' place.
Yeah. And it's not a straight road.
And it's not even close to straight.
Unfortunately.
The road from my shop to my home has like 6, 7, 8 curves, and I live like not even a mile from my shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the crossroad.
I think every time somebody comes to visit me and I pick them up from the airport, they're like almost car sick by the time they get home. From driving through all the curves, they're not used to it.
You're from Boston, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's close to the climate that we have here in Austria, right?
Like, yeah, it's pretty much
similar. Yeah.
Yep.
Because it was it was starting of October. We left Austria at like 13, 14 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And we arrived in Utah at, I think it was 32 degrees Celsius. It was all dry, all sunny, all hot the whole week. Yeah.
Yep.
It's so weird.
But you wear shorts all year round, so you were prepared for it anyway.
I don't. I wear in December I wear long shorts. I wear long pants. Like
Okay.
in November sometimes. Yeah, no, but I'm going to Texas again in December, and I'm looking forward to that time, because then finally Texas should be like a nice temperature, like not 35 plus degrees like last time in March.
So that's the next Blade. They chose the
No,
Texas one.
that's going out with the YouTube guys, like with Demolition Ranch and Donald Operator and Brent Herrera and those guys.
You're gonna do a range day again?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Shooting machine guns and stuff, and everything that's super illegal in Austria. Even though we have pretty nice stuff in Austria.
Don't forget about the backpack situation, though.
Yeah.
Backpack situation?
Yeah, airport security. Do you remember?
Oh, my Munich story.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was this podcast or the other one where I told that story.
It was this one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had your podcast a week after the other podcast. I've been in 3 podcasts last time in like 4 weeks, so I was so confused. Where did I tell which story?
That's a very good story. It's very educational as well.
Yep. Don't go shooting with your backpack before you go to the TSA.
Yeah.
I learned it the hard way.
How many times are you visiting the US in a year now? Because you seem to be over there quite a lot.
I think it's just going to be the 6th time this year.
Holy shit! This year.
I was in Texas in February. I was in Texas in March. I've been to Atlanta in June. Now Salt Lake City and Texas. Yeah, 5th time in December.
Okay.
It's been 6 weeks, because I spent 6 whole weeks in the US this year.
Okay.
In total.
So you're visiting the US every other month.
Basically, yeah. The weirdest time was February and March, because I did fly to New Orleans around the 20th of February, and arrived back home in like beginning of March. I think first or 2nd March, something like this. Then I've been home for like 2.5 or 3 weeks. 3.5 weeks it was, and then I did fly again to Texas. So yeah, I got my time zones pretty good right now, and jet lag. I know how to kill jet lag. It's the one thing I can do pretty good right now.
How do you kill a jet lag?
Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Just don't sleep.
What do you mean? Soldier through, like all day, and then.
Like the thing that I see most with people complaining about jet lag. I mean, sure, you still have jet lag, but it's not as bad when you, like, I always take the flights home from the US overnight. So the best is like entering the plane in the US at like somewhere between 4 to 8 p.m. And fly overnight and arrive back in Europe at like 7 till 10 in the morning, somewhere around this time, local time, of course. So you basically, even if you just sleep like for 1 hour or 2 on the plane, it feels like the next day, because you wake up and you look outside the window and the sun's going up. And then the hard part is the afternoon, like coming home, driving home from the airport, and then being home, because you're tired as fuck, because you're just been in an airplane for the last like 15 hours. And you're super tired, but it's like 2 or 3 p.m. at home, and you need to bite through that time and go to sleep at like late night, like 10, 11 p.m., and then sleep until the next day in the morning and get up early in the morning the next day. early is for me like 7 to 8. That's my early. Not Keith early, my early.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're used to like 4 a.m., like then stand up at 4 a.m. And then it's way better. It's so much better. Like going to sleep after coming home at like in the afternoon, worst thing you can do in my opinion. I did that twice, and both times jet lag killed me so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that works as long as you're like doing stuff. As soon as you sit down, like fall asleep.
Last time I came home when I came home from Texas. The second time Texas this year. I was so tired. I was so damn tired, and my wife just took me out, and we were like going shopping and stuff, just so I'm keeping awake. It was so hard to stay awake. But then when we came home, I went to bed at like 9:30, and I just crashed until the next day. But I was able to stay awake. But yeah, as soon as I sit down at like 5 p.m. at the computer and just look at some stuff on the computer, you fall asleep.
But you sleep on the plane, right? If it's an overnight flight, or you try to sleep on the plane.
I try, but the most I can do is like 2 to 3 hours, if even.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very lucky on this time flying home from Salt Lake, because the buddy who joined me, Mo, you guys know him? Yeah, you guys know him.
Mm-hmm.
He had some melatonin pills, like those sleeping helpers. He didn't sleep shit. I slept for like 6 hours. It was so awesome. It was so great. I need to get this stuff because normally I'll sleep like for somewhere around between like 1 or 3 hours max. Yeah.
You got to get noise canceling headphones too.
Oh yeah, got those. Those are very important. Very important. Yeah, I got those. I got better ones because you get free headphones when you do those intercontinental flights. You get the free headphones for like watching movies. They are the worst headphones ever.
Yeah.
And so I bought myself like last year in Salt Lake. I bought myself some noise cancelling like with the 3.5 mil aux cable.
Mm-hmm.
That are noise cancelling outside. They are the best ever because you can't hear the super loud airplane.
Which one did you buy?
I think it's JBL. They were like $35 at the airport, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
That's cheap.
That's pretty cheap, yeah. I mean, they're not the best. Like sound quality is not that great, but it's good enough to watch movies and stuff.
They just gotta be like go over your ear, like, cover it completely.
No, I got in-ears.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're not.
I can't do that thing. That drives me crazy when something's stuck up my ear.
Yeah, understandable. My ears get itchy after like 5 hours with these in, so I have to take them out for like 10 minutes and just sit there like a maniac, just watching it out the window, seeing nothing because it's dark. But
are these the one you also use for forging? Because I saw in your YouTube video that you also have in-ear.
No, there's a different ones. Those are my Bluetooth, but also JBLs. The Bluetooth, the Sports JBL or something like this. They're super comfy because they have this little handle over your ear, not like the small little ones like the AirPods are, but they have the big ones like going around your ear. Even like when you're sweaty and you're jumping and you're running and you're doing stuff and you're going around in the shop, they don't fall out. So they hold in pretty tight, and they're bigger, so I can grab them with my gloves on. If like Chris wants to ask me something, or as a customer coming in, I have my leather gloves on, I still can take them out super easy and put them back in. That's what I like about those. I actually thought about like asking JBL to sponsor some for the YouTube.
Yeah, asking doesn't cost anything. Why not?
Yeah, true. But talking about sponsor, I got a email from a company.
In Holland?
Nope, in Austria.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they wanna send me something, and they sent something today, and it will arrive on Monday. It's a company that does drinks, carbonized drinks from Austria. Weird, huh?
Yeah, we'll have to follow you. See what it is.
I'm so much looking forward to what they sent me. Maybe maybe I already, when this is coming out, maybe I already said something on Instagram or similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, Monday is the big day. And I'm so much looking forward what they sent me because they said they want to work with me. So
Nice.
yeah.
But you don't know what it is. They didn't say anything more.
Nope. They just sent me because a friend of mine contacted them and said like, "Hey, look at his videos. You're stupid to not sponsor him." And they were like, "Oh my god, his videos are amazing. What he's doing is amazing, and we love what he's doing with our product in the videos." So yeah,
Nice.
they asked him to give them my address and my contact info. And today he sent me a screenshot of an email that they sent out something, and it will arrive on Monday. So 4 long days to wait.
Maybe it's one of those Red Bull can refrigerators.
Actually, I hope they send the small glass ones because like the like similar to the Coca-Cola
on the
ones.
tabletop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I love them and I wanted to buy them, one of those, but you can't buy them. And yeah, but I don't know what they are sending. I hope I hope they want to send more. I hope they want to really work with me and don't just send me a box of thank you with like 1 or 2 cans in it and that's it.
A 6-pack.
But yeah, let's see what they do.
Nice.
Let's see what they really do.
So Albert, did that forge break down right during the class, or you hadn't started yet?
No, it broke down on Monday morning. We had a Damascus forging class over the weekend, and we started forging Monday again, and it broke Monday. So we got lucky, actually. We could see that there was something wrong already in the forging class because we had to use a lot of air pressure, way more than usual. So we already figured that something was off, but it broke Monday. And then we fixed it on Wednesday because you sent us the stuff so quickly.
What was it that actually broke in it? Like all the castings?
Half of the ribbon burner just broke. It fell apart, basically. So we took out the old ribbon burner, put in the new one we got from Matt.
Yeah.
Wired everything up, and now it's running again.
I bet you can send the old one back to Matt's dad and he'll fix it up for you.
Yeah, but we did the old one ourselves, so it wasn't his fault. I mean, this ribbon burner is like, I don't know, 3 years old. They will break down at some point, so it's normal. But the one from Matt's, I think Matt's dad makes them, right?
He does the casting.
Yeah. It is slightly different. It has bigger holes, and it makes a funny noise when you turn it off, like a whistling noise. But it's an awesome ribbon burner.
It makes a whistling noise as like the gas pressure's decreasing in it and stuff.
Yeah,
when you shut it off.
Yeah. Did you turn on your Apollo Forge?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That the noise it makes?
No, I didn't. Maybe it's because you don't have a square chamber.
Maybe, yeah.
No, I don't know.
Maybe, but it makes a funny noise when you turn it off.
Like a bomb going up noise, or
no, a whistling noise. It makes like
So grenade, so like a bombshell going down from a plane.
Yeah, that's what it meant. Yeah. Something like that, like a bomb dropping. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You should make a video of that for Instagram.
Yeah, dude, I want to hear that.
Yeah.
But we had something similar, like you had last year, I think. We forged on Wednesday or Tuesday, something like this, and suddenly the forge just broke down. Like all the pressure was gone, the casting suddenly broke off the roof of the forge. And I was like, fuck, we have a class in 2 days. What are we going to do? And luckily Chris, my employee, has the same forge as we do.
Ah, yeah.
And so he just brought his from home to the shop that we can use it while we fix the other one. Yeah.
How often do you have to replace the bricks and stuff in the forge usually?
We do it once a year, like around Christmas, because the mortar that we use, it's like a super tough one, like ceramic mixed into it as well. So it's like super easy to use, even though we use a shit ton of borax. And so it's super easy to use, but it needs to dry for like a week or two. And the only time the shop's standing still for a week or two is like around Christmas. So that's the time that we mainly do stuff like this. It's like the 2 days before Christmas is always like, we have the most stress from November until like 15th to 18th of December. And then the last like 4 days until Christmas are the most boring days because we've finished everything that we need to finish. At the last 2 days, actually, before Christmas, we are just in the shop waiting for people to pick up stuff or to, like, if some random people walking in for last minute Christmas gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when we start to better our shop, like to fix broken stuff, to rearrange the shop, and do all the stuff that we think around the year, like, oh, we need to fix that, is getting fixed like before Christmas.
Yeah, but it's a very smart schedule.
Yeah,
I think, right? I mean, you're in the shop anyway,
yeah,
and then just do some shop maintenance.
Yeah, I have to wait
smart.
anyway. So before I sit around and drink 12,000 Red Bulls and smoke 20 packs of cigarettes, just like do something and do the Red Bulls and the cigarettes while doing the other stuff.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That would be a good video for the YouTube rebuilding the forge.
True.
Yeah, it would be a good video to show some shop maintenance, right? Not just the forge, but what needs to be done in the professional forge, like over the holidays, right?
I mean, you could have filled already like 20 videos called "Fixing Our Power Hammer."
Yeah, but
Burn.
Yeah, I know, but we are not on YouTube, you know.
Just film it and I publish it.
Okay.
just get a pillow under your jacket and glue on like extensions on your beard and your hair, and just pretend that you're me. People won't notice the difference.
I have to dye my hair.
Just take a wig.
First. Oh, wig. Yeah, that's easier.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
When will you wear wigs? Yeah.
Send me one.
So Albert got a metal shield, kind of like what you got.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's as big.
Yeah.
Nice. So the next steel I don't have to cut up for you. You do it yourself.
Yeah, you don't
Nice.
have to do that. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's so awesome. You're so fast when preparing Damascus billets with this shear.
I loved when you visited me in the shop when you needed the O2 steel.
Yeah.
And you were just like, oh my god, we need that.
Yeah.
Is that why you bought it, Albert?
Yeah.
You guys after you saw it?
Yeah. But when we drove home, I talked to Andy. I said, we need one of those.
Martin Huber, bringing people to buy stuff since 2016.
Yeah. No, it's way more elegant than using an angle grinder, because we used an angle grinder before to cut to length, right? The billet, the steel for the billets, and now we just use the shear to cut it to 10 centimeter strips.
How thick can you cut?
3 millimeters.
Oh, just like me. Like 3.5 is the max for mine.
Yeah.
But I like.
I mean, we never tried it because it says on the machine there's a handwritten note on the machine. they used like a Sharpie, and it says max 3 millimeters !
So somebody cut 6 mil down with it and broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but 3 mil is plenty. I mean, that's what we use for Damascus. So 2.5 and 3 mil steel usually. So that's enough for us.
Do you have to factor in like the different kind of steel you're using? Like, there's 3 millimeter Apex Ultra different than another one, or probably not, because
if they're properly annealed, shouldn't make shouldn't make a difference. But if they're like work hard because of the laser cutting they did or whatever, you can definitely hear a difference. And then that's when we go to a different metal shop and we don't use ours.
Yeah, because I can imagine.
Yeah.
Even 1 millimeter of that not properly annealed.
Yeah.
Would probably break your blade on you.
Now you can hear it. The sound's different when it cuts through laser cut.
It makes this weird chunk.
Yeah.
It's hydraulic, right? Or electric?
Electric. Ours is not hydraulic. Is yours, Martin? Do you have hydraulic?
Nope.
Dude, the hydraulic, you can hear it in the RAM.
Mm-hmm.
Good indicator.
No, it's an awesome machine.
So you guys had to move the shop around everywhere to fit that new machine in?
Not really. We put it right next to the wall. When you go in, the wall on the left side. That's where we put it, in front of all the power.
Are you still moving stuff back and forth through there? Or you got it
all
set
the
up
time,
the way you want?
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. we need our crane literally every day because we have too much stuff. I mean, when we need something that's all the way in the back, we have to move like heavy machines out of the way so that we can get it. Yeah.
No, you just pick it up with the crane over the top of everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but if you didn't have the crane, you probably wouldn't move shit around as much. You'd just keep looking at it and be like, "Oh, that thing belongs over there in that corner."
Yeah. But we got a new welding table like last week, and we used the crane to get our old welding table out of the way. So because that's very heavy stuff, right? It's all solid steel.
So you guys got any big projects coming up that you can talk about?
That we can talk about.
Custom orders or
talk about.
Crazy.
Huh.
No. We're building like a few Revolution grinders, but for our shop. Thanks for sending the plates, by the way. The plates.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those.
How do you put them on the grinder? Do you glue them on or they're welded on? How does this work?
No, they didn't weld them. I think he used double-sided tape in the video, but if you check out Brian's YouTube, you can find out.
I mean, we have one big project coming up, which is supposed to be done by 13th of November. And for that, we forged some mosaic Damascus.
Ooh.
Like this explosion pattern. And we fucked up one billet. So
how many billets did you make?
2. I mean, we fucked up more than 2, actually. We prepared 4, but we forgot how the layers stacked and everything, so we forged on the wrong side. So we made like a normal Damascus instead of a W's, but then we fucked up one additional billet and one worked, but it was so little material that we had to roll it to, I think, 2 millimeters, and it's like a 40 centimeters chef knife, and that's very thin for a chef knife of this size. So it warped like crazy during heat treat, so I had to temper it twice with shims, and now it's straight, but it's a super thin blade. And I don't know about you, Martin, but mosaic Damascus is so much work. Holy fuck. You have to anneal it like all the time.
And the worst thing about this whole thing is like the most riskiest forge weld is the very last one.
Yeah, the tile weld. Fuck.
Yeah, god damn it.
And then you have to surface grind it before you can forward it, and you have to anneal it in order to mill it and everything. So that's so much work.
I think on my last mosaic I spent like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, exactly. That's how long it took us.
Oh no, wait, the Bowie took me like 2 days, something like this. But it was like a day of like 16 hours the first day, annealing it, and then the second day like cutting it apart with the bandsaw again. No, the dagger. The dagger was my last mosaic, and it took me 3 days just to forge.
Yeah.
But it looks so easy on the videos.
Yeah, and the video only takes like 5 minutes.
The video is
right?
just like 15 minutes long. It should be super easy. Kyle Royer can do it too. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, because you don't see all the annealing and the milling and everything. But how do you prepare the 4-way, for instance? Do you mill it or do you grind it?
I grind it.
Okay.
Yeah, I grind it, but I want to mill it. But I'm not patient enough to like anneal it again.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we did, and that's why we had to anneal it like 2 or 3 times.
I mean, it would be way better because they line up better. But yeah. I mean, I thought about like getting some super high carbide inserts for my mill, so to just do like a forge anneal and not a full anneal. And then just carbide bits on the mill and then just mill over it. But yeah, it's kind of wonky to do it this way.
Yeah.
Do you have a full-size mill?
Yeah, we do.
I thought you just had the tabletop.
No, I sold it 8 years ago. Oh, you haven't been in my shop for ages.
I haven't been. You changed and got all the Tobin grinders in your shop. I haven't been there since then.
That was November last year.
Yeah, somebody never invites me over.
You never say you got time.
I don't. That's the other thing.
But how do you cut the pieces for the tile weld? You anneal it, right?
Yeah.
Before you. And do you cut it with a bandsaw? Or how do you cut it?
With the bandsaw,
Yeah.
Okay. Anneal them and then just do the fairy flip. Because the fairy flip actually works way better than I thought it would. Even though it's super risky and I'm super afraid every freaking time I do it.
Yeah.
But like I watched a few of Kyle's videos and I talked to him about it ages ago. And he was like, yeah, it takes way more time to like put on. I don't know if you've seen the videos of the dagger that I made, like I think in May or June.
I definitely have, yeah, but I don't remember.
And I did when cutting the fairy flip. I put mild steel on top and bottom.
Yeah.
And sure, it was a lot of work to like grind it off after the forge welding. But it was so easy to do it like this. It was so much prepping work, but the forge weld, I didn't shit my pants like I normally do. At least not as much as I normally do. And it was so worth it. 10 out of 10 would do it again.
I mean, that's exactly how we do it. We also use sheet metal on top and
how
at
thick?
the bottom. I think 0.5 mil or something, very thin.
Super thin. Okay.
Yeah. And then we weld all the sides completely shut with MIG welding.
Same.
Every time we do that, I think it's super sketchy because of the tile welds, and I'm surprised that it works, to be honest. A forge weld and at an angle. But yeah, then you have to grind off the sheet metal. I mean, we continue forging a bit and then we grind it off. I mean,
I do like 2 forge welding heats, stretch it a little bit, and then grind it off. I use 2 mil, so it's a little thicker. But like the oxidation got away. It got some of the stuff away anyways. And yeah, but it was so satisfying, like grinding over it and then edge to see if the mild steel jacket is gone or not. And then suddenly seeing the first time the pattern of the mosaic peeking through. Love it.
So you have to explain what a fairy flip is.
Okay. Basically, when you do mosaic, the pattern is in the end mill, like having a piece of wood. It's like having the end grain of the piece of wood, but you want to have it on the sides of the knife and not in the length side. Like not like you forge out normal pattern Damascus. You have it in the end of the bar, the pattern. So you want to get the pattern from the end of the bar to the side of the bar. And that's where you forge out like the mosaic to a big block, anneal it, and then cut small little tiles with like most people say 35 degrees. I did 45 degrees because it's a little bit more meat, like to hold together. How much did you do, Albert?
35.
35. Okay.
Yeah, but that's a good point. I was always wondering why not use 45.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, because it's like more surface.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it disorientates the pattern a little bit more.
Yeah, it would distort it more.
Yeah. Because on the dagger, you can see it on the tip. On the one side, on the tip, there's an explosion. On the other side of the tip, there's like lines. So it's like offset for a little bit. But I didn't care. It worked. And yeah, so you flip them around and put them on the cut marks, on the 45 degrees marks, or 35. And you have a small little area to forge weld them together as a flat piece, and you don't have to forge it out lengthwise for the big block. So it's not as risky to forge weld and forge it out as it is when you do it the other way around. So I'm super bad at explaining without showing stuff.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds like it would be a lot easier to put it on the sheet metal like you guys are doing. So, do you know who Charlie Lionheart is?
I've heard the name, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think I've definitely sent videos to Martin before. He does some really crazy mosaic Damascus patterns, like
What's his
cutting
name?
stars. But Charlie Lionheart.
Write the name in the chat, please. I need to Google that guy.
Just send you the link.
Okay. And now enjoy 30 seconds of silence in the podcast.
I can just send it to
Get
you.
yourself something to drink. Are you
edit it
hydrated?
out.
Are you hydrated enough?
Get yourself a Red Bull.
Get yourself a Red. Oh damn! Oh damn!
Yeah, I can't believe you've never seen this guy before.
I've seen this guy before, yeah, but I never really checked out his stuff that close.
Yeah,
At
most
least
of them
not
are videos,
recently.
but some of that crap it's like a bed sheet or a quilt would look like. All those tiles and the crazy angles that they're all cut at.
Mm-hmm. There's so many weird knife makers in this world. I'd absolutely
And
love that.
and then to do an integral with a pattern like that, so that the pattern still looks good on the integral and not all stretched out.
Those octagon welds are amazing. Holy, nice.
Yeah, but he must spend like 2 weeks putting together shit like that with all the prep time and.
I mean, but if it's worth it, it's worth it.
How much material you lose? Like 60% of it or something? More than half, right?
I think on the dagger I started with 3.5 kilos of steel, and I ended up with I think it was 500 grams finished, or 600, something like this. So I lost most of the stuff to cutting up, grinding, and everything else. Yeah, mosaic is a bitch. It looks so freaking amazing, but to make it, it's horrible. Sometimes it can be fun, but sometimes it's just horrible.
Yeah, it's always horrible.
Yeah.
Because everything has to be so clean. And
how many did you make before?
Wow, I think 10 or something. I mean, that's not what we usually do because it takes so much time.
Same.
Right? So
I like to do one or two a year, just to try stuff out. But yeah, in the end, they're so super expensive that they're sitting on the shelf for a year or two.
Exactly.
And it's not really worth it making them money-wise.
No, it's not.
But at least once or twice a year, I'm yeah, fuck it, let's do it just for fun. And now I have the excuse with YouTube, so...
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. We sold a few billets as well. I mean, funny story, when I think Andy posted it on Instagram, the new explosion Damascus we did. And the guy texted me with a picture with 3 knives on it, also explosion Damascus, and said that's your steel. And that was the guy who bought this bar of explosion Damascus in Solingen, and he managed to get 3 knives out of 1 bar of steel, which was pretty impressive.
Okay.
But it was. Do you remember, Keith, the piece we brought to Solingen with us?
I remember the piece, yeah, but I haven't seen the knives.
Yeah, but the piece wasn't that big. It was 50 centimeters long or something, and 5 centimeters high. But he managed to get 3 knives out of it. So, and then it's worth the money, because I think the piece was 500 euros or something. And if you get 3 mosaic Damascus knives out of it, I mean, that's worth it then, right?
Yeah.
Because how much is one mosaic Damascus knife? I think it's at least $1,000 or $1.5 right?
More.
Yeah.
More?
More. I mean, depending on the mosaic and the size, but I think I've never sold a mosaic under $2,000.
Okay.
Maybe 1.7 or something like this. But
yeah, that's what we ask for ours. Yeah. So 1.7, yeah. For the chef knives, yeah.
Are there pictures?
I have one on Instagram, yeah.
On your side or on the shared side?
On mine.
That one mosaic Damascus knife a year that you make, you could use that for your charity knife.
You wish.
Yeah, but only if I win.
We don't know anything about the restrictions yet, so can we do a mosaic Damascus?
I don't know.
You are one of the organizers.
Yeah, I can't tell you all that right now.
Oh, the one that you made 43 weeks ago? With the buffalo horn, mammoth ivory inlay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The K-tip Kyoto.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And now we made the same pattern. I really like this pattern with the crushed W's and the explosion.
You know what would be a good mix in there? To disorientate the pattern a little bit, take the 02 or the 15 and 20, double sometimes.
Yeah.
Just have a few thicker lines in there. That's what I like to do.
Or use some steel when you're forweighing it, some dark steel.
I made a small set of a big ass Kyoto and a petty. And years ago, sure 5 or 6 years ago, and they had this little X pattern, 25 layers of Damascus forged on the bias, forged out into a square piece. Cut it in 4, and then put 1095 as a plus between them.
Yeah.
Forge this whole thing on the bias again, so I have an X pattern, and then 4-weight this again, and then took this whole thing and restacked it 10 times, and then forged it out. So I had 180 small little X's in there.
Nice.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was super cool. I missed that pattern. was nice. But it's close to home. Like the
You can do it again.
the customer who bought it is living like 20 minutes away from me,
Oh, okay.
and he's regularly visiting the shop. So if I tell him to bring it next time, I'm sure he will.
And you can do it again, right? So,
Yeah, true.
So
Even though it would take time.
Hmm.
Take a lot of time.
So do you ever make stuff with the like cutoffs and the scraps of the mosaic pieces?
Who are you asking?
Either of you, like you guys
Sometimes
jewelry. I have a ring, so
I mean,
keychain.
I have one small piece of the one from the dagger left. I mean, I actually had two pieces left. One I made a YouTube video about, like making a chef knife out of it, and the other one is getting a small little. It was not the finished one. It was a small little in between step, where I made a small little like paring knife or mini hunting knife, something like this. But it's now heat treated and never finished grinding on it yet. So yeah.
We sometimes use cutoffs for end caps, right? If you have one star, you can use the cutoff for an end cap on an octagonal handle, on a war handle.
Yeah.
That's what we did. And we sometimes forge it a bit thinner, and we hand it over to a friend who makes dials for wristwatches out of them.
Damn.
So Damascus dials. Yeah. Because mosaic pattern, you can grind off a lot of stuff or mill off or turn off a lot of stuff so that we can use it as a dial, because a dial usually on a wristwatch is like 0.5 millimeters thick, so super thin, right? And if you use like a standard layered Damascus, you grind off all the layers and there's nothing left of the Damascus pattern. But if you use mosaic, you can grind off a lot of material and still have a nice pattern, right? So
true.
That's why he uses it for dials. And in wristwatches.
Especially you could do mosaic Damascus as and leave out the riskiest step of doing the fairy flip and just make it a thick bar and just cut off pieces.
Hey, that'd be easier.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about this.
Never thought about this?
No.
I thought about like on the last mosaics that I did, I thought about like forging out the bar as nearly as wide as I need for the knife, like having a big rectangle chunk. Mm-hmm. And then just anneal it and then just cut off slices, like 1 centimeter slices, and just forge this one out. But that's some serious amount of steel that you need to like properly cut that off. Yeah. But it would be worth it.
Yeah, don't some people make their bars that way, by cutting out the squares and then forging them back in?
Possible.
Like if you were gonna do like a stars and stripe flag pattern or something, isn't that like how you get the stars all lined up and shit?
Yeah, the stars lining up is like a mini explosion pattern. Then just rearrange the whole pieces. But yeah, pretty similar actually. Yeah, but yeah, I thought about doing an American flag out of mosaic.
Yeah.
Ah, come on, that'd be awesome. Do that and make a YouTube video. Because you're such a big fan of the US. Right?
Yeah, and 40% of my viewers on YouTube are Americans. So
a big mosaic, American flag mosaic belt buckle for when you go to Texas.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Nice.
That would actually be super cool. Think of the belt and some boots and a hat, and then be the weird tourists from from Austria,
cowboy,
making redneck scenes, going in every shop saying howdy partner. But actually most of the times I'm in San Antonio, so I should doing more like a US Mexican thing.
Yeah, they decorate their sombreros, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Put stuff on them.
I think so. American sombrero. A stars and stripes sombrero. Now I want this. God damn it.
That would be kind of heavy. At a Damascus.
In Damascus, yeah. But I actually got myself a small little American flag in Walmart last time. Like a 2x1 foot flag hanging up over my monitors at home. I'm looking at it right now. Because I have a camo net behind my desk on the wall.
Yeah.
And I put all the exhibitor badges from all the blade shows and from Knife Solingen on that net. And on top of it, there's a small little American flag. Just a cute little one. So making
Thought
this.
you were gonna say you got one to put on your truck.
I thought about. I thought about, but yeah, I'm not American enough yet.
Surprised you haven't made plans to move there yet.
I won't. Even though I thought about it, and I nearly did, like 7 years ago, but I won't. Maybe I thought about like maybe if the money's right and like the shop is running without me for like a month or two, I thought about like taking wifey, go over there and do like a big American road trip for like a month, maybe 2, and like drive around, visit makers and stuff. So yeah.
Well, if you made a video for it, maybe Red Bull would be sponsor it.
True. Red Bull, if you hear this, I want to make a big ass vacation in the US. So Albert, tell me, how much is it? How much fun is it to edit the podcast?
What do you mean fun? It's torture.
Oh, editing is fun.
Every week. No, it's not. No. There's one part I enjoy about the editing, and that's or compiling the intro. The rest is just very repetitive work, right? Cut out all the pauses, do noise reduction, try to make it like comprehensible, because sometimes people talk over each other. Then you have to decide
who's
worth. Yeah. Surprise! It's never Matt.
That's why I'm better than Matt.
Yeah. No, seriously, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it takes me. Even of course, it doesn't take me that long, or as long as it does you with the YouTube videos. But it takes me like 4 to 5 hours per week to edit one show usually.
Yeah. I thought about something like this. Yeah. And
but it takes you like, how long does it take you?
It depends so much on the video, and it really depends on how much I'm talking and how much I filmed myself or Mo filmed me, or so like, because when I'm filming myself, I already know the shot that I filmed because I set up the cam and positioned it, and it's basically just I did this there and I did this there and I did this there. And already thinking about the shot, how it should look like when I'm filming. That's why I always try to like edit the video as soon as possible after I'm finished the project, because then I already still have in mind what I did and where I did and what I did wrong and what I can leave out and stuff. If I edit like videos that I made like a few weeks or months ago, then I'm always like, what did I do there? Did I do that right or stuff? Or the video that Chris did when I was in Texas, the one that I didn't know about before I came home. It was a pain in the ass to edit, because he did a small little thank you speech to all our followers back then, so from his side, and he talked so much crap in the first one. It was a pain in the ass to edit. And then I saw like after I was finished, like it took me like an hour to edit this 1 minute of him talking, and then a few minutes later, few video files later, he was starting the cam, looking at the camera and saying in German to me like, hey, I know the last one that I did yesterday was a little shit, so I redo it now. And then he did it in a perfect talk. He just talked like 4 sentences saying thank you that I could nearly put a 1-to-1 in the video. I was like, I spent the last 1 or 1.5 hours to edit this 1 minute, and now I see this. So yeah, if I do all the filming myself, it's super easy.
But how many hours are we talking?
Somewhere per video, somewhere between like 4 if it's easy, up to, but normally like somewhere between 8 to 12 hours per video, sometimes 20. It really depends on the project.
It would be nice to have your own video team, huh?
Oh yeah.
Video editing.
Oh yeah.
Following you around all day.
I mean, I'm so happy that Mo is already helping out like once or twice a week, depending on how much time he got on his hands, to film everything. That already takes away a lot of work for me. But like one day making enough money to pay an editor, this would, I think, be one of the first things that I do.
I mean, it's doable if you're doing like crazy mosaic knife projects that he's filming on stuff, because then you're making the knife anyway that you probably wouldn't have made.
Yeah.
Does it help with selling the knives you build if you build one for YouTube?
Yeah.
Are they gone quicker? Okay.
Sometimes. There's some that are sitting, that are still sitting, where I thought like these could sell. Like it's like making mosaic Damascus knives. They could be sold in like 2 minutes, or they sit for like 2 years.
Okay.
Like the Urkai sword that we did, I thought like the video will get more views because it's a Lord of the Ring theme. People love Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. The Urkai sword is a super cool knife, super cool blade. Yeah, then it didn't get the views that we thought it would. It just, now after like 2 months, it got like 5,000 views. What's not a lot actually. Even, I mean, it's a lot for us, but not as many as I hoped it would get. I hoped it for at least like 10 to 15,000 views. And the blade, even though it's super big and super stuff, we priced it pretty reasonable, but it's still in our shop.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, I thought on this one because I really like it. If I like it enough to like, I like it enough to say, okay, if it's not sold by the end of the year, I'll keep it for myself and just put it on the wall because it's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. But some sell super quick, like the recurve big ass hunting knife that I did like a month ago. It sold like 1 hour after upload, and video got like 10,000 views. So it's actually doing both video and the blades sold pretty good. What surprised me a lot was the canister that we did with with all the grinding dust.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I knew from the beginning that it wouldn't work the way that I did, but I wanted to, because I've seen a lot of discussions and everybody was like, yeah, you need to have it super clean and stuff and put a lot of time into that. I'm like, that steel already lost most of its carbon, so it won't be a good knife anyways.
Yeah.
And sure, I could take time and clean it and do everything and all the other stuff just to make it better. But I wanted to try the shit bucket Damascus, like the stuff that you took from the bucket under your grinder and just put it in a canister and forge weld it. Not like getting super clean steel, like just trying what happens when ... And people are so weird in the comments sometimes. I got messages like, how stupid are you to think that this could work and blah 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 and stuff like this. Like, one dude insulted me that I'm the most stupidest knife maker that he has ever seen and that I should be ashamed of myself and stuff like this. And I'm like, dude, you're clearly able to see that I know that it won't work. I'm trying it because I want to see if it would, but I'm sure it's not.
Yeah.
But the messages that I've got on this, I mean, it's got like 1,000 comments nearly now. And yeah. Actually pretty funny. Actually, it's going to be one of the best video that we've done so far, if it keeps on going like this, because this still, like, over a month later now gets like 1,000 or 2,000 views a day.
I mean, it was a funny video.
It is a funny video. I love doing it.
Everyone knew that it won't work.
Yeah.
That was clear from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because it's not just steel that's in there, it's also ceramic and what have you, right?
Ceramics, it's super rusty because it was in the bucket, everything else, like dust, all the abrasive stuff, everything.
Everyone knew that it's not going to work, right? But still, our students, when we do classes, I mean, at least 1 out of 5 asks us what's happening to all this dust we're creating. If there's something...
It's in your lungs.
No, it's on the shop floor. But,
or what we are doing with the scraps that we cut away.
The scraps, Can you do something with it? Because, I mean, it's a building knives, you lose a lot of material, right?
Yeah,
It's a waste. It's basic, especially if you're forging and grinding and stuff. It's a waste of material.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I
right?
think like from start to the end, you lose like 50% of the stuff at least.
At least, yeah.
At least, yeah.
And it's a fair question. What's happening to all this dust and the stuff you lose, right? So, and you did a video, right? Let's see. Everyone knew that it's not going to work, but it was a funny video. So,
and so many people think it will work like we did it, and the most comments that we got on it was take a magnet and just put out take the steel away from it, but it won't work.
Still rusty.
It's still first of all, it's still rusty, and then they say yeah, clean it. Yeah, but how should I clean it? It's super fine rusty particles.
Yeah.
Like everything I have to do is like making the forge weld even worse, because like I have to either oil it or soak it in rust rust solving solutions and other stuff. And still the abrasive stuff, the ceramics, it's still like, I think ceramics are as well some kind are getting kind of magnetic in a weird kind of way. So they still like stick to the how's it called, to the metal dust. So it still would be picked up by the magnet a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or it just going up with the dust, so you won't clean it totally. So yeah.
But what might work could be melting it, right? If you melt it,
I mean, if you do a smelting it, if you're smelting it or something like this, that it would work for sure. Because you don't have the slag on top. But
yeah, exactly.
It's called, can you forge a knife from grinding dust? No, can you
smelt? I know. That wasn't the point of your video.
But
then you would need a special kind of oven.
It was addressing to the comments that I got, yeah.
Because if you melt it, you might get similar effects like you have with woods, right? Because they also lose like glass and whatever in woods. So
I want to do that so bad one day.
Yeah, me too. But we need a good oven for that.
Yep.
A melting oven.
Yep. Let's just steal Mr. Hangler's induction forge.
Can he melt steel in his induction forge?
I think so.
Okay, then let's do that.
let's send Keith in to talk to him, and we take the machine and just drive away.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
We wanted to buy one, but they're so expensive.
Yeah,
Holy
they
shit.
are. I wanted to have a super small one just for my tanks, just to burn in the tanks in the Borgrak.
Yeah.
But the super small ones are like at least like 600 or something like this. I mean, there's the small ones for like mechanics shops to like.
But this
heat
one
up
must
nuts.
be tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the one we were looking at, was 10 grand.
Oh shit!
Okay,
like Toby's was something around 2 grand.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a bigger one, so there's cheaper ones as well.
Yeah, but you have to get the I don't know what that thing's called. There's something that goes along with it, the chiller or the cooler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's like yeah. So it's not just the price of the machine. You got a little bit more to go.
It's like with belt grinders. You just don't. You're not just buying the grinder alone. You need the attachments. You need the belts. You need everything else. Yeah. Like making knives is just burning money, but slow.
Yeah.
I love to burn my money. I'm surprised you guys are not out for Halloween.
My kids are too old.
Oh really? Albert, you're not too old.
No, I'm not. But I'm too boring.
Aw.
That's
So you're a mental old fuck as I am.
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm cursing all the time, so I do met all the honors.
I know. It's good. It's good.
Who's smoking an electric cigarette?
Who? You are.
Is there somebody else? Because I always hear this.
Now Keith is smoking real cigarettes.
Ah, okay. Okay.
He's smoking like a pack when we do podcasts. chain smoking.
Right.
They have a competition. Who can smoke more, Matt or Keith?
Matt.
Yeah. Are you in your shop, Martin?
No, at home. No, in the shop it's internet connection is not that good. I mean, it's good enough for doing a podcast like this, but Yeah.
What does that mean? For our shitty podcast, it's good enough. Now I know what you meant.
I mean, you said that. I wanted to be nice, but yeah.
I know.
I mean, actually, I thought about doing like some proper live streams on YouTube, but I need to make so much different stuff soon for this. So get a more stable internet connection, get the cameras fixed up, get a better computer, everything else. So I won't do it the very close future. But I have to do live stream setup for the shop in 2 weeks, because in 2 weeks, or for the people listening next week, there's the DCI, the Damascene Chef Convention, where the knife makers are online in their shops or at home, and you can talk to them and can buy the knives and ask them stuff about themselves or the knives. So, and I'm special guest at Mr. Cayman's live stream, so he does not get bored. So I have to get a video set up for my shop. Yeah.
Nice. When is that?
16th of November, starting at 8 p.m. Central European.
Is it on YouTube or Instagram?
I know it's a special Damascene site.
Okay. So you watch it in your browser, or where?
Yeah, you watch it in your browser. Yeah, okay. You go to the Damascene site, go to the DCI sector, and then you register. Then you get a link, and with that link, you can sign into the different it's basically like a active live streaming platform. So there's all the makers having a live stream, and they are like showing off what they're doing and what they did and everything else.
They each have their own like video chat room.
Exactly. Yeah.
Each maker's chat room.
Nice.
Check out their work and talk with them about it. It's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. I like that idea. And I'm happy to be a part of the DCI because I wanted to be actually one of the makers of the DCI this year. But I forgot to to register on time, so I was too late. But so I'm kind of part. I'm basically just talking shit with Cayman for like 3-4 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when people in the room talking to him, you just kind of like hold up some of your knives in the background?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Like
when he's not looking or when he's going to take a pee, I'm just going to tell the people that Cayman said that they should just buy my knives and not his. Ben, I know you're listening. I'm gonna sell more knives than you will.
He's out trick-or-treating with the kids tonight.
Pretty sure. No, he's trick-or-treating. The kids are watching over him.
Yeah.
He's the one that wanted to go, yeah.
Yeah.
The kids are like, come on, Dad, let's go home. No, 2 more houses. I want more Snickers.
It's like, change your costume, put the second one on. We're going around again.
Only four rounds. Only 4. We gotta reuse all the costumes from the last few years.
We never talked about why our other host isn't here tonight.
Why Matt isn't here?
Yeah. Anybody know what happened to him?
What happened to him? He has a sewer problem or something, right?
He doesn't, but I guess the house that he's renting out had a problem in the shower or something. So
Dutch people.
Last thing we saw was a picture of him standing in the shower trying to clean a drain out.
Nice.
So that was like 5 minutes before we were supposed to start recording.
But we don't know if that's actually true, right? Might have been an old picture from like when he was renovating the house. He's just sitting at home smoking, drinking whiskey. Saying, I'm not gonna do a podcast tonight. I'm just gonna send these guys some old picture from when I was renovating the house.
I'm pretty sure he has like a whole folder full of bad pictures of him having something to do. Like, oh, I can't do it today. Yeah, you guys do it.
The folder is called fake excuses for not doing the podcast tonight.
Fake excuses to not do my job.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to Google image search that picture.
It just badly photoshops him. like we do with
Chris Feichtel.
Feichtel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite things, photoshopping Chris into weird places.
Yeah, remember when that started? That started in
In Solingen, yeah.
Solingen,
In
yeah.
Solingen, because he left too early for the group photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's like like
Now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing, yeah. the picture of Andy and I forgot who the other guy was at Burger King this year, Solingen.
Stefan, yeah.
Yeah.
Took that picture and photoshopped him in.
Like at 2 a.m.
And then I
right?
was walking I was going over to Timo and showed him the picture, and I said, "Hey, I didn't know that Chris is there as well. Where is he?" And he's like, "Who's Chris?" I'm like, "Yeah, this guy. You took that picture." And he's like, "Huh? I can't remember that guy. How much did I drink?" And I'm like, "Dude, you took that picture." Sometimes when we send like. That's the reason why I got a Photoshop app on my phone, because I didn't want to send everything to Andy and be like, "Hey, can you please put him in?"
Yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta get up early tomorrow and put my shop together. What do you think? Is that a show?
That's a show.
That's a show. Back to editing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe Matt will join us next week.
Who's Matt again?
Oh
Yeah.
no, he misspelled my name. It's Martin, not Matt.
Well, thanks for joining us on short notice.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks, Martin.
It was lovely, as always.
What's your YouTube channel, and where can everybody find you?
Basically all my socials, Martin Huber Knives. Go watch my videos, so I can make 2 cents out of it, and they're most of the time pretty entertaining. And you can watch me doing stupid things while being stupid and retarded. And yeah, otherwise Instagram Martin Huber Knives. And bring Red Bull to sponsor me.
Yeah, good luck with that. We
Thank
want
you.
to see what happened. Make sure to post it.
Yeah, I will.
Do.
I will. Hopefully.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Yep. Bye. Bye-bye.
Titties.